You sure?
Yeah, we're live. I guess. Oh, there's no intro video. So hey, good evening, everyone. You know what? We'll
Oh,
play the intro video anyways. Let's play the intro video just
yeah.
to.
Let's fucking play that. That's a nice one.
Yeah, here we go.
Yeah, monsters of the midway, we back in the game. Players rising up, hit a roar, feel the flames. Monsters of the midway, we back in the game. Van Johnson leading, bed packing formation, taking over the noise, feel the domination. Lost to the Packers, but now we ain't done. We rise from the ashes like the blazing sun. Cold winds blowing, we ain't scared, we thrive. Caleb's launching bombs, watch those rockets fly. 300 yards deep, in that they get degrees. Ain't nothing but a challenge, we do it with ease. Monsters of the midway, ready to attack. Bears on the hunt, ain't no turning back. We whip the ground, take them down like a pro. Next week on the rivals, we steal the show. Rock. Monsters of the midway, we steal the show. Monsters of the midway. I got my cheese grater reppin' on my gear. Watch me scream, blow, back, blow, let them hear. At the throne we stand tall, trust in the grind. Bears take revenge, leave those Packers behind. Packers think they tough, but they can't handle the heat. We storm like a thunder, they can't take the defeat. All my boys in blue, warriors all around. When the game starts, feel the rage hit the ground. Monsters of the midway, ready to attack. Bears on the hunt, ain't no turning back. We whip the Browns, take them down like a pro. Next week on the rivals, we steal the show. Battling hard, feel the fire ignite. Ben brings the strength, Caleb wins uptight. We dominate this field, raise a bear light. Like the Bear fan got the final word. We coming back stronger, can't be deterred. Monsters of the midway, you know we don't play. Get ready for battle, it's our game day. Monsters, we back. Yeah, monsters of the midway. Monsters, we back. Yeah, monsters of the midway. Monsters of the midway, ready to attack. Bears on the hunt, ain't no turning back. We whip the Browns, take them down like a pro. Next week on the rivals, we steal the show. Good better bad. Good better bad. Never let it rest. Never let it rest. Good gets better. Anybody gets better. Anybody gets better. Bears on three.
And there we go. Good evening. Welcome to Halas Hall Report. Of course, I'm joined by a man who has no opinion on anything ever. Woody. Good
Oh,
evening, Woody.
I'm here. I'm here.
So good. You want the good news or the bad news?
I always want the bad news first.
The bad news is the regular season's over. I mean, it's over already. It's that quick. Boom. 18 weeks, done.
Hmm.
The good
That is
news, we're not done.
Nope. Nope. We're playoff team. First time in feels like years. What
Well,
the fart
yeah,
in my
5 years.
butt?
5 years.
Wow. That right, dog man. I'm okay.
I,
Welcome
I,
in my
I didn't
butt.
put that one up. I'm like, I'll just let that some aside there. I mean,
What the fuck, man? There are hey, listen, I love comments, I love questions and stuff like that. This is something new with anything mentioning fart in my butt, but hang in there.
since we're talking about it, we'll throw it up there. So dog man.
Yeah, I'm pretty psyched about, playoff football and stuff like that. Little we'll go through where my scares are. But Ken, tell me why Vegas isn't giving us any love. We're negative 1.5.
You know, the whole year. I mean, I
Yeah.
don't think there's. I think we were favored in literally one game this year. So if you bet against Vegas with the Bears this year, you won a shitload of money on the season, right?
Yeah.
Um,
Yep.
because the Bears were underdogs. Literally, I think in 16 of their 17 games, they were underdogs. The only game I think that we were not underdogs was Cleveland. Um, so I mean, I get it.
And the
Vegas.
Giants. I think Giants we were favored at home.
No, I think we were underdogs in that game too.
Yeah, I have
Okay,
to
we're just
check
gonna
up
leave.
on.
We're not even gonna talk about that comment. Um,
Wow.
yeah.
Because we're talking football, not okay. Go ahead.
Well, he's a dog man, so what do you expect? Um, I'm probably a Packer fan.
Well, there
Or
you go.
John Sullivan. Could be that too.
There.
Um, I mean, you look at last week's game, you look at the way the defense played, and that's why. The offense was flat. The defense actually only giving up, so what, 17 points? Okay,
16 points. Or no,
yeah, not terrible.
19.
19, not terrible against a team that on the year has good offensive numbers, but uh, Vegas. Look at the Bears are never going to get love. Even if the Bears had won by 3 scores, we'd still be underdogs this week. If we were to beat the Packers on Saturday by 3 scores, we'll be underdogs in the next game. Um, it doesn't matter to them. In fact, when it comes to the next year, they'll probably have the Bears in third place at best. It's just Vegas has no love for the Chicago Bears, and whatever, that's fine. Um, Vegas doesn't really. They don't ruin my day. They make good good bulletin board material for the team, though.
Yep. Yeah. I don't understand. I mean, let's little recap last week. I mean, yeah, 19 points. It looked like Detroit scored a lot more, but we held them in the red zone for 2 field goals. Felt like we were watching my own team because we can't score in the red zone either. But yeah, I blame the offense more than the defense last week. We can't go into the fourth quarter with 0 points and expect to come back on a great team. Now, Detroit's been faltering all year. Obviously, they're not in the playoffs. But if you go up against, again, a San Francisco, we beat Philly this year already, but that's going to be a tough game as well. We can't be doing that. We got to be consistent all through all 4 quarters, all 3 aspects of the game: offense, defense, special teams. This is playoff time. We need every level of this team to be working together. Fuck
Well,
yeah.
and like you look at the San Francisco game, that offense was the whole game, right? I mean, we were tied
Yeah.
at 7, tied at 14, tied at 21, at 28, at 35. It's like, but in this game, it's like, the commentators were joking. We've got them where we want them. Down by 2 scores in the fourth. Let's go get it. I mean, and they almost did it, right? I mean, with just under 2 minutes left, you've got the ball in your timeouts, and then you go 3 and out, and it's like,
After an interception.
yeah, after an interception, right? It's like, I kind of question the play calling there maybe a little bit, but very vanilla were the Bears this Sunday. No real trick plays to speak of, no real creativeness on offense. Nothing creative defensively. Very vanilla. Didn't want to show much. Didn't want to risk injury. I guess, I don't know. Gardner Johnson, lose him to concussion. Maybe he's back for the weekend if he clears protocol by tomorrow. Maybe not. We'll get into that in a minute. But they were, the Bears were underdogs in this game, weren't they?
Yep.
I mean, they were at home, picked by 2.5, which is basically being a half-point underdog.
Yep.
I'm just the Vegas odds thing. It's kind of like the 4,000 yard things. Like, oh, you still have a quarterback who threw for 4,000 yards, and did he win the division this year? Oh, how many divisions has Jordan Love won? Oh, none. Oh, okay.
But he was so close, though. He was like, what,
Oh.
like 50 some yards off, 40?
Yeah, like 51 yards off or something like that.
Whew. But yeah, I didn't care about those stats. I mean, who cares if the Bears never had a 4,000 yard passer? I don't care as long as you're winning, and I don't really care. I really don't.
Yeah, David hit that right. I mean, they didn't get a good rhythm on against Detroit like they did against San Francisco. Just unfortunately defense didn't get a good rhythm. Offensively, we did pretty good against San Francisco. Um, Maybe there's a thing with him and Dan Campbell where he's overthinking it, and that's possible. Could Ben Johnson be overthinking it when playing the Lions because of how long he was there with Dan Campbell? That's a possibility. I can
That
see that.
that had to be that had to piss him off though. You
Oh
know, yeah, they kicked our ass week 2. We go into last week and losing by 3. That had to, the goal was not getting anybody injured and staying healthy. But Ben Johnson was pissed off last week that he didn't win that game against Campbell. Billy, I miss you, bud.
What's going on, guys?
So I was just gonna ask Billy, would you were at the game last week? Well, what'd you think? I mean, zero points in 3 quarters, and we turned on in the 4th quarter. What's going on?
I mean, it's been like that, most of the season. But man, I mean, you can't do that, man. I mean, we need to play like that 4th quarter every quarter, man. I mean, we can't. I don't know. It's rough. It's it's like giving me a heart attack.
Well, this is what kills me. I'm gonna throw Mike made some slides, so let me use some Mike slides. So bear with me. This is interesting on the season. Where was it Sunday? Most deep touchdown pass. He's tied in the league with 11 with Stafford and Bo Nix.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, our running back stats pretty darn good. 15 touchdowns between the two of them.
Mm-hmm.
Well, 1,800 over 1,800 yards rushing with an average of 4.6, being the lowest, maybe a 4.7 average between the two of them or so. It just, and then look at the receiving core spread out and look at those yards per catch.
I don't know, but this draft that we had, and Billy and Ken, you were here when we did the draft and stuff like that. I kind of feeling Colson Loveland over Tyler Warren now. Loveland's a tough son of a bitch, man. And both of our tight ends. Comment on that 2-point conversion. I'm surprised he fucking kept the ball. He got hit in that 2-point conversion. But Colson Loveland, I say, is offensive player of the year so far for this Bears team. I'm going to stick by it.
Oh, definitely, man. I mean, he's got some good stats, man. I mean, I like say what's for a rookie tight end. I think what was that? The other tight end. Why can't I think it was holy fucking
Brock Bowers. I mean, we didn't have a Brock Bowers type season or the guy that we want, Tyler Warren. But Tyler Warren got targeted like 3 times as much.
Oh, he's in the 80s right now.
as Colston. So I mean, there's that. Oh, wait, what's the? Oh yeah, Komet gets wild disrespect, but I like the 2-headed monster we got going. I want to show one more thing that Mike built, which Woody, we've been talking about this, and Billy, we've been talking about this. Caleb's completion percentage, if you get rid of the throwaways, what do you think it is?
64.3.
Good guess, Billy.
I would say 59. Ooh, 68.
Damn. Well, there's a girl ref. You can't have that there, man. Get that off.
Yeah, Mike made it. Mike.
Jesus Christ, Mike.
Mike. But then if you take away the drops, he goes up even harder. Like he's probably over 70% without the drops. Easy. So
there was 5 drops on Sunday alone.
Yeah, alone. So I like the progression. Like for me, this season, no matter what happens this weekend, and we're going to talk about Saturday in a minute. But this season, looking back on it, I'm happy. I mean,
I wasn't expecting nothing like this.
11 and
like
6,
this, Billy. Like that, Billy.
Been there, won it. North chance. I mean, against it, yeah. David's saying against the Blitz, he's number 1 in football. I have to see those numbers.
Jordan Love's great against the Blitz. Believe it or not, he's one of the best quarterbacks in the league against the Blitz. He was 92% or 97% when they played us the first time against the Blitz. That is amazing.
So I mean, the growth of this football team from last year to this year, night and day.
Yeah.
Night and day. I mean, no matter what happens this weekend, gentlemen, I think even though Sunday was a letdown disappointment to me, and to end us on a 2-game losing streak is a little bit of a disappointment given everything else that's happened. But even with that, I would say that this regular season for the Bears was more successful than any of us thought it could be.
Oh yeah, was not expecting nothing like this. Like I say, we were hoping for it, but not expecting it, man.
Well,
And
us
like I
us
say, you
as
can see the way they're playing with our running backs and the receivers. And hey, I'm on the Williams train, so I mean the kid's improving. So like I say, he's not there completely yet, but he's getting there, man.
well, I don't care. Like I told Ken this last week. Listen, I don't care if you're the biggest Bears homer in the world. Nobody thought we were winning this division this year. I don't care who you are.
Nope,
And,
wasn't
and if
expecting.
if you say you are, come talk to me.
Mm-mm.
So I mean, I don't. The only other thing that has me perplexed about this Bears team is the personnel on defense didn't change much, right? Grady Jarrett was an addition, right? And okay, Gordon being out, sure, I'll buy that, and I've got a slide I'll show on that in a minute. But last year, this was a top 5 defense. Now we're dead last in the league, and it's not like we changed the personnel. We didn't change our base team. I'm just like, and let me show this real quick. Maybe this is the difference of one person, because with Gordon, this defense ranks 4th in the NFL in success rate. Without him, 28th.
Yeah, he does a lot of cornerback. Yeah, black. Wow, cornerback blitzes, which I like because it surprises the quarterback. I mean, Gardner Johnson did it the first couple games that he was here. It seems like it died down now. You don't see Gardner Johnson blitzing. You don't see any of these surprise blitzers. Hey, get Brisker up there. Do a safety blitz.
It's like we've played this vanilla defense most of the year, all year, and we haven't seen anything Dennis Allen out of it. And it's just like I don't get it. Oh, that's not Dennis Allen. Why was that? Oh, that's we can talk about that later. I don't get this defense. I mean, he's probably one of the best slot corners in the league, David. I mean,
Oh yeah.
and Gardner Johnson's a good 2 to have, right? I mean, but I don't get. And I tried to, we were talking like a week or two ago about the interior, and Gervin Dexter, I think, has more sacks this year than last year.
Well, Ken, thank God you brought that up because I was going to bring it up. The sack that Gervin Dexter had last week against Detroit. Remember, I was talking about the stunts that I want to see the defensive interior line do more stunts.
Yep.
Look what happened, and he got a sack.
Yeah.
Got to do more.
And Grady Jarrett, yeah, good. He's gotten his hands up a few times. I think he has 1 sack on the year, but Billings actually they did better, I think, with Billings in there than Jarrett in there.
Yeah. But you know what? The Booker is speaking of getting hands up. I think he has 3 games in a row with deflected pass. And that's the first thing you learn when you're a defensive lineman. You can't get to that quarterback, put your hands up.
Hands up. Yep.
So what did you guys think of the defense against Detroit compared to, say, against San Francisco?
Billy, I'll let you go first. I'll go off right now.
I don't know. I think they played a lot. I don't know. I didn't like it that much. They were there. It's just I don't know. There was holes, a lot of holes. I think they played better with San Francisco, even though we were neck to neck. But there was just I think it was better with San Fran. I wasn't amazed at Detroit. I was a little upset.
It looks like they didn't know what to do when they either man or zone. Hopefully JJ's okay because he was been getting burned. Hopefully he's holding back a little bit, getting ready for the playoffs. But he was having. I don't blame the defense on Sunday. 19 points is right around the normal average for defenses. I blame a little bit on the mostly on the offense because we had 0 points until the fourth quarter. And again, Billy, you were off, and I was told Ken this too. And correct me if I'm wrong. if we're going up against San Francisco, Philadelphia with 0 points going in the fourth quarter, and they're up by 2 touchdowns, you might not come back from that. That shows it on Sunday. Yeah, that's my question.
They were super flat coming out, and I think though, I think Ben Johnson's just overthinking it when it comes to Detroit. I think he overthought it, to be honest with you. And it's certainly, I think in a way, he overthought it. Just go do you, dude. Make Detroit beat you. Don't overthink it. I think he overthought the game plan for Detroit. Like he was too smart for his own good. I mean, I'm kind of with both you guys on this defense thing. Like the defense was very porous against San Fran, but it was very bend don't breaky, right? They were good against Detroit overall. I mean, 19 points, not bad against an offense that's a very high-powered offense that has its weapons for the most part, minus their tight end core. But they had the receivers, which are what did the damage. The running backs did a little bit of damage, but it was their wide receiving core that did the damage. So I mean, the main pieces of their offense that could hurt you were active, and they did. But at the same time, we didn't let them go crazy and get put up 30 points. Right? We kept them we kept them in the red zone. We bend, but we didn't break for the most part. Because look how many field goals they had to kick. Right? On the flip side, though, I want to see more 3-and-outs. I want to see more pressure. And I think Booker is getting better on the pressure. Sweat's been coming on late. I like the stunt that we saw that got the Dexter sack, but I need to see more pressure from the front four because way too much Goff had time to make good decisions. You give Love time to make decisions. He's going to burn you. You give Stafford time to make decisions. Forget it. Go home. I mean, you want to make these guys, and these guys are great under pressure too, but you put them under pressure enough, a mistake's going to happen. Right? So I still want a little bit. It's funny that I'm complaining more about our defense than our offense. Last year was complete opposite. We were all complaining about the offense. Like, man, if only this offense could be like halfway decent with our defense would be great. Now we're going, man, if only our defense would be better, we could be phenomenal. Like we've got this really good offense, but now the defense, we flipped the script.
Yeah, if our defense would spike up, man, it'd probably be the 06 team. And 06 compared to now, we have a much better quarterback than we did in 06.
Much better offense than we did in 06.
Well, don't worry. We're going to see it all come together this weekend.
Well, Billy, you were there, and I want to ask you this. It kind of killed Chicago, too, because the time of possession on Sunday, these long drives, are you not holding up your defense on enough?
I'm there, man. I mean, I'm up there holding it. I'm just getting a little tired. Up and down.
This weekend, gentlemen, Kyler Gordon and Braxton Jones all entered their 21-day window returning from the IR. I think Gordon's going to be more of a go. Jones will be more of a backup if he does go, obviously, I would think at this point. Plus, it looks like Rome is going to be a go. I think the only one we might be missing is Gardner Johnson.
How about Ozzie? Is he still on the injury report?
Let me look up today's injury report to see, because I didn't look up today's. I didn't get to it
because they did start Benedict last week.
Yeah. And you know what? I'm fine with that, though, too. I think those guys are like 1A and 1B. I don't see much drop off or pick up and play. Right now, the did not practices for today were Gardner Johnson on concussion protocol. Grady Jarrett had a day off. Amin Abamiga, concussion protocol. And Tyrone Shawinka, he's still in concussion protocol still from last week. Gordon practiced. Jalen Jones practiced. DJ Moore practiced. Adunze, Trapillo, all had limited practice. Full practice was Braxton, Nick McLeod, and Jody Walker.
McLeod can just get the fuck out. I mean, when I see him in there, all I have to do is look for number 24. I'm like, we're fucked. We better get that interior defensive line in hitting this quarterback.
Everyone on the Packers injury report had limited practice. They had no do not practice. So Malik Willis practiced, Dontavian Wicks practiced, Van Ness, Zach Tom, Matt Golden, Edrin Cooper, they all practiced. So the Bears injury report is a little bit bigger right now.
You know what I like, Ken, and I'm going to mention this? I like our rookie Burden. You compare yards between him and Golden. Remember what the
Oh
Packers
yeah.
fan says? Golden, oh my God, we're gonna fucking win. We're gonna do it good. We're gonna win a division. This Golden guy's unbelievable. Go to the stats.
Mm-hmm.
Here's a
Fuckers.
funny thing. Between Golden and Walker, Walker has a better statistical year than Golden does. And Golden was a number one pick. Walker was an unsigned free agent rookie.
Well, Bill, I wanted to ask Billy this too with the Walker the tied touchdown against Green Bay. Did you like his dance? Was that good enough for you after that touchdown?
That was pretty good. That was in my end zone.
You know, he only saves that for big touchdowns because when he got the touchdown against Detroit, he did a totally different thing. That's his game winner, I guess, his walk off dance or something like that. I don't know.
Oh, it's a good movie.
Yeah, I mean, this weekend, do we see a different defense though?
I think they're going to be little nerves because they haven't been there in a while. But I think they're going to be fired up. I think that Dennis Allen is like, hey, if I was Ben Johnson, Ryan Poles, I would have set Dennis Allen down and say, listen, this is the playoff time. Stop fucking around. Let's do this. But I think they're going to be fired up for this game. It's even the playoffs, and it's against your biggest rival.
Yeah, they're definitely going to be fired up, especially after how Ben Johnson, he was hot. So, I mean, I'm pretty sure he laid into them, and dude, they're going to go all out for them, man. I mean, it's definitely going to be definitely different defense.
So, Billy, fans want to know, is the tailgate starting on Friday night with it being a Saturday game?
It's Saturday, 1:00.
Well, that was my highlight. That was my highlight of the year. I get to meet Billy. I went to Caleb
sandwiches.
Sandwich. We saw the van. And
down by the river.
I was there and seen Caleb's best game ever. And my wife went with me. Yeah, that's another one.
I kind of agree with David to a degree that we have gotten better on defense in some ways. But I still want to see. We need to see more 3-and-outs. I mean, there are teams that we can win a shootout with, and then there are teams we can't. And I need to see more 3-and-outs. Like, we can beat San Francisco in a shootout if we get 1 3-and-out. You know what I mean? Like, or maybe 2. We need to force other teams to punt. We can't be doing this up and down the field, especially when they're doing long 8-minute drives like Detroit.
Yep.
Long drives kills us.
Well, see, the thing about Sunday against Detroit was, Gibbs finally woke the fuck up. So every time they would run on first down, they would get 6-7 yards.
Yep.
And you have 2 downs to get 3 yards, and it's hard to get a 3-and-out when you have, a 3rd and 3 or 3rd and 2 and shit like that. These high power offenses are always going to get that first down. They have the plays to do it.
I hope Dennis Allen pulls something out of his hat to against Packers on first down to try to slow these first down plays. You got to get negative plays on first down. You just got to. Barry, of course, thank you. Welcome to the show, Barry. Of course, being a Packers fan, always here. Talk about pressure and nerves. You know who else has some pressure and nerves this week? Green Bay. Like, everyone thinks, oh, well, Chicago hasn't been there, so they're going to be nervous. They haven't been in the playoffs since 2020. I think the Bears are playing free because they understand we're ahead of schedule. Like, we weren't supposed to be division champs. When you look at the beginning of the year, we were probably looking to be a 7 to 10 win team at best, have a winning record, be competing to get into the playoffs, not win the division in a division where every team has a winning record, right? Like, I think we're playing a little free. It's bonus ball for us, and we know it. Green Bay, dude, let me put some things in context. Jordan Love with Matt LaFleur have never won a division championship. In year 1, Ben Johnson and Caleb Williams have. There were grumblings that LaFleur could be getting fired if he didn't beat the Giants way back when week 14 or whatever it was, because the Packers weren't playing well. The Packers have won 1 playoff game since a guy named Aaron Rodgers has left. If they come into Chicago and lose, LaFleur's on the hot seat. And we talked about it with Ken, the Packer fan, this morning. He's like, yeah, he's on the hot seat. If they lose, we could see a new head coach in Green Bay. I think there's a lot of pressure on Green Bay to win this game.
Harbaugh's going to wind up in Green Bay.
You think?
Jeez.
I think Tom Brady's already calling him to try to get him to go to Vegas. But
I said it. I said a couple years back, and I'll say it now. I respect LaFleur. I mean, he brought Green Bay to the playoffs. Youngest team to ever win that one playoff game you were talking about, Ken. I respect him, how he plays. He's bringing these young guys up. He's grooming them. And Jordan Love, had the Aaron Rodgers, teach me down, as I call it. And the first game when we played against them, I mean, he was throwing dimes, man, like perfect passes. If we do not get in there and hit him at least, we are in fucking trouble. I'm telling you right now. But Billy, I'm still predicting the Bears would win. Just want.
That's what I want to fucking hear, man.
I mean, has LaFleur really never had a 10-game win season? I'm looking it up right now. If Grok will let me.
I don't know. I just know that this will be the third time that the Packers are going to be meeting up. The last time, 2010, I was at the NFC Championship game. Packers beat us. That was very upsetting. The last time we beat Packers in the playoff was 1941. So,
well, 1947, Billy. And it's funny you bring that up because the Bears have only met the Packers twice in the postseason in their history. This year, of course, we're 1-1 against them. In postseason history, we are 1-1 against them. That makes this Saturday a rubber match times 2.
Exactly.
Those bottom ones.
I was like, well, okay. Overall, LaFleur is 76-39 with a 661 win percentage, 7 seasons. I mean, okay, in 2019, 20, and 21, he won 13 games each. They were NFC North champions. Exit Aaron Rodgers. Since Aaron Rodgers left, 8-9, 9-8, 11-6, 9-7-1. So he is a 10-game winner. He's had only one game under 500. But since Rodgers has left, he's made 2 playoff appearances. That's it, with 1 win and no division title.
Well, Billy, since you brought up that 2010, I know this is probably going to hurt you. You're probably going to be pissed off at me, okay? But I'm going to tell you anyway. That was the year the Eagles played Green Bay in the playoffs in the first round. And I said, I don't give a fuck. I hate the Sheagles. I hate them more than Green Bay. I'm rooting for Green Bay, and look what happened. Don't be mad at me. I respect you to a T, buddy. Even though you don't bite me into your jersey, your drawings and stuff like that. I got you, bud.
I got the Buckus one coming out on Friday.
Okay, 2024, they get no. They were 11-6. Yeah, I mean, okay, I'm gonna get off this. I mean, he's in the hot seat. There's pressure there for him and Jordan Love. So this game's gonna be high pressure for both teams. I think the Bears are playing a little more free and loose because look, whereas LaFleur has to maybe worry about losing his job, Jordan Love might have to worry about getting run out of town. Even if the Bears lose, God forbid, no one's coming for Ben Johnson's job or trying to run Caleb out of town. They're secure, right? I think the only one who might even have to worry, I don't even think he has to worry, would be Dennis Allen.
I don't know. It's gonna be in the 20s. It's gonna be like snow and ice. That's what they're calling for. So it's gonna be an interesting game.
And speaking of Yinzer, again, I say congratulations on that division winner Blair Walsh missed field goal on the Sunday. But okay, you go beat Houston. Let's see.
He got Harbaugh. They got Harbaugh fired.
It's funny though. It's not funny, but it is. But Harbaugh was cuddling his field goal kicker after there. He probably says, "Hey, thanks for getting me fired, you dumb fuck."
Yeah.
So this weekend, what do we need to see? I have a feeling we're going to see a heavy dose of run. I think we need to see a heavy dose of run.
Right.
We need to see it. We need to see us to control that ball. We need that long drives, but we need to get touchdowns.
Yep. Yeah. It seems like when we get those turnovers and stuff like that, we're deep in our end, and then you get a 3 and out or get a first down and stuff like that. So I like to see turnovers again are very important. They're more important than sacks to me. But the main thing is we got to bring pressure, and hopefully Gordon does that with some cornerback blitzes.
And having Rome back on the offensive side of the ball, I mean, with the full complement of receivers, with Rome, DJ, Walker, Burden, Zacchaeus, having both tight ends, full running back complement,
Wyatt.
having all of our offensive weapons and an intact offensive line with more support behind it now, with guys coming off the IR possibly. He's in the window. We'll see if they activate him. But we definitely have depth on the line. We have all our weapons. This offense is healthy. We are where you want to be coming in the playoffs. Our offense is healthy. Our defense is healthy.
Oof.
Like Green Bay is not. And that's the other reason I don't get why we're underdogs at home against Green Bay this weekend.
That's all right. They can keep us at the underdogs. It's all right.
Billy, I mean, I don't know if you heard when Woody first asked before you got on. I'm like, I really don't care about Vegas. I mean, if you voted against Vegas this year in terms of the Bears, you made a lot of money this year because in 16 of the 17 games we were underdogs, right? But I try to understand the mindset. Like, how can you look at this objectively and have the Bears be underdogs as a number 2 seed at home against the number 7 seed?
You think it's the defense?
I think it's a defense. And I think that Caleb still does not get credit across the league, even though he has the most touchdowns for any quarterback in his first 2 seasons. With his touchdown interception ratio is better than anyone in NFL history, right? For his first 2 seasons in the league. And he puts up some stupid numbers. Like, you look at his numbers overall, like compared to like some Hall of Famers and other really good quarterbacks, he's up there. I mean, he's up there. You saw the breakdown today. If you take away his throwaways, he's a 68% completion percentage. Now you take away the drops, he's over 70%. Caleb is the real deal. Some people in the national media are finally catching on to that. Rich Eisen, for example, right? Rich Eisen came out and said, this Ben Johnson, Caleb Williams duo, they're going to be a problem for the NFL, and it starts in 2 weeks. That was after the Niners game. He said that.
You know who likes him? Colin Cowherd, man. You listen to his shows when he goes about the Bears and stuff.
I mean, some of the national media is starting to turn, but Caleb doesn't get respect. Chicago in general doesn't get respect. Ben Johnson will get no respect for Coach of the Year because it's Chicago. I don't know. I don't know how else to put it. I mean, people want to say, "Oh, Chicago had an easy record," but New England is so awesome. New England had an easier record than the Bears did. New England only beat one team over 500 this year. One. But they're the favorites to go to the Super Bowl all of a sudden. And you're like, huh? Oh, Brady loves Caleb. Yeah. Yeah, Caleb's the only guy who was Brady's son of the game twice this year. Or whatever Brady calls it. Oh, Barry, I hate to disappoint you for your birthday, but I want to disappoint you on your birthday. The Packers need to lose this weekend.
But Barry, you have a good birthday though anyway.
Yes, you have a phenomenal birthday with the Packers loss though.
So Billy, do you think the Bears, with the defense and stuff like that, and with the offense a little slow last week, do you think because of I'm not on the train yet, I'm still getting my ticket?
That's probably it.
It's season 2 with Caleb. Obviously, we all know what happened last year, and this year the big turnaround and stuff like that could be Ben Johnson. If we don't do nothing in the playoffs this year, I think next year is our year actually, because The players are all together, and I can't wait to see Roman Doomsday play because I'm sick of seeing his hair on the sideline. Billy, you probably see it from the stands. But we missed Rome, but we did play good without him. With San Francisco, we scored all those points. So it's good that we're playing good without our star players. That's what I'm trying to get at.
You don't like the Rome throw?
Oh my God, dude. Like, how do you braid that? Like, seriously.
He sits down and has someone braids it. That's a lot of hair.
Does it take a, well,
Billy for the
wow.
win.
Wow, Billy with the captain fucking obvious.
Just
But
like, huh?
Oh, that's the best answer for all day. He just sits down and
Wow.
someone braids it. Duh.
Yeah, but does it take a week?
Don't matter. He's paying for it.
Wow. But yeah, I'm excited to see him because we need that big guy.
Yep.
Now I got a question for you guys too. Do you with the interception Caleb threw on Sunday, did DJ Moore quit on that route? Billy, were you in that end zone?
No, I wasn't.
Do you guys think he quit on that route? Because that's the rumor.
Nah, I don't think he did. I don't know.
I was like, dude, Smythe was wide open, and he threw it through double coverage. But it seemed like DJ Moore's like, oh, I ain't getting this shit. Oh, I didn't see the other guy behind me. So that was the shit that was happening all week.
It looked like a couple things at once. One, I don't think he thought that
ball was coming
to him. Like, oh, I'm double covered. He's not throwing to me. Two, he kind of looked like he was gassed, and he was kind of a little gassed, and he kind of didn't have that end burst. And then, like, by the time you realize, oh shit, here's the ball. Well, there's nothing I can really do about
it.
Yep. Well, he had that. The other one that he didn't see the ball being thrown on him, and he just dropped it. But that was a missile.
I'll tell you what, though, DJ, if you're watching, and I know you watch us religiously, because why wouldn't you? Dude, Caleb's your quarterback. Just because you're double or even triple or hell, even if you're quadruple covered, don't think that dude's not going to try to thread the needle to you. He's already shown you he will. So you need to be, with Caleb as your quarterback, you as a receiver, you need to be ready 24/7. Every ball's coming to you, whether you think it is or isn't. Because just like I think that plays a perfect example. I don't think DJ thought that there was any way he was going to try to thread the ball to him. Yet he did. And if DJ had maybe not pulled up, maybe that's a touchdown. And a phenomenal one at that. Right? I think there was a little bit of that. I don't think he thought the ball was coming to him. I think he was a little bit gassed. Look, he is not 100% healthy either. Caleb makes some throws that defy gravity, it seems. And I know we get on him for not making some throws that shouldn't defy gravity. But I think we get on him for some of those throws because even those throws, really, if he does make them, would still, like the losing throw against the Niners, like just the fact he was able to get that ball in the general vicinity was something else of a miracle. And then after the game, for him to say, I needed to get more behind that ball. It's like, dude, you were falling backwards while going backwards into the left. And that was a hell of a throw just to even get as close as you did. I mean, you think you could do better? If you're a wide receiver, Caleb is throwing the ball at you no matter what the coverage. I mean, that's what I got to think at this point.
So what do you think DJ Moore's thinking now? Like, oh, Rome's back. Oh, I'm not going to get any targets. Or, oh, it gives me a little bit of a break.
Yeah, I'll be on in the morning, Barry. We'll be here in the morning. I think maybe there is some truth to that. Woody with DJ, he's like, well, I'm not getting fed like I used to because there's so many more mouths to feed, and maybe that's why he lets up on some balls. And I think that's just going to lead to him getting fed less.
What do you think, Billy? I don't know, man. I think he might get the ball a little bit more because the other they're going to keep their eye on Rome. Everybody knows we've been throwing to Rome, so they might get him when they're like, hey, let's double Rome real quick and He might get that 1-on-1, and they'll throw that ball to more. I think it'll help him out.
I
hope.
kind of agree.
I hope.
I agree with Billy there in tandem though with what I said. I think that Rome now makes it easier for them to get to because you have to double Rome. So now DJ might get more balls. However, if DJ does more like he did on that play against the Lions, that's where my piece comes in. And Caleb's like, he's not going after it, so I'm gonna have to put the ball elsewhere. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Yeah,
Teams
absolutely.
double anymore. Yeah,
Yeah, absolutely. I'll see you later, Barry. If I don't
Have a good
talk
one,
to you, have a
Barry.
good birthday. But you're not
Yep.
going to get you're going to get a present too on Saturday night.
A big L.
You'll see me cheering it on.
Yeah.
But I mean, you know what I'm saying though, Billy? Like, if he is giving up on balls, even though he's open, I think Caleb starts to look away from him. And then, of course, fans will be like, oh my God, DJ was open. Well, Caleb's just going to lose confidence in him if he keeps doing stuff like he did in that game, like the interception, honestly. And there have been a couple other plays this year where you're like, are we really getting the full DJ Moore? I mean, I hate to say that because I think DJ is a phenomenal piece of this team. I really like him. Great guy. He comes up with some great balls. But I'm starting to see why some guys think, yeah, but DJ doesn't have the motor. He doesn't, he gives up on it. His attitude might not be the best. I hate to say this, but I'm kind of seeing a little bit of that here and there in little pockets.
Yeah, no, you're about correct on that.
Oh, here we fucking go with Steve. Oh yeah, this fucking guy.
Well, look, Steve already knows that he's wrong.
Hey, Steve, how you doing?
Steve knows that he's wrong because he even states that he knows he's wrong. So I'm going to tell him he's wrong every time. But Steve is actually right with this. I think if they lose, policy's pulling LaFleur into the office, and he might be looking for a new gig come Sunday.
I don't. Man, that's hard to say. But Packers fans know more than me, obviously. I don't know. We won't know because we're you just got to go through all the coaching firing. Was anybody surprised that John Harbaugh got fired?
I was a little bit.
Yeah, I was as well. 18 years there. You know what I mean? Now here's the other thing. If Pittsburgh doesn't win, is Mike Tomlin out?
Yeah, I think he is. But there's a lot of people that'll say that, well, he's got one more year left in the contract, and next year will be the swan song, and they'll get Rodgers to come back, and they'll both retire together, blah blah. But if they get embarrassed this weekend, I think Tomlin's gone. Wouldn't it be funny if Harbaugh ends up in Pittsburgh? The thing about Harbaugh was they started the season out like 2-5, clawed their way back into it, and they had a ton of injuries. I think Baltimore made him. That's why I'm surprised. I think Baltimore made a mistake with Harbaugh because that team was dead in the water after week 7. And then they started to get a little healthy, and they started winning games and climbed right back into that division. And it came down to a missed field goal attempt. Who really, that's on the GM because look at your kicker, Justin Tucker was out there as a free agent. You could have signed him and brought him back because the suspension time was over. And I'll tell you what, Justin Tucker does not miss that kick at the end of that game.
No.
Gutekunst might get saved. I think LaFleur might be gone. But see, Yinzer,
I don't know. Well, speaking of coaches and stuff, me and Ken were talking about this, Billy. The coaches on our team, like for example, Al Harris, Bieniemy. Now with Andy Reid getting, they're talking about him being retired, whatever, and say if Spagnuolo or Matt Nagy would, get the head coaching job. Think Bieniemy goes back and be an offensive coordinator, or you think he stays a running back coach with us? He's doing a great job.
Nah, he'll probably move on.
Yeah, I think we might lose a couple coaches. Nagy, they're preparing for Nagy to leave KC regardless of. I don't think Reid retires with Mahomes getting hurt. I think him and Kelsey come back for one more year.
Well, Kelsey already said he was coming back. Yeah.
Yeah, I think they both come back for another year and they retire. Look, if Kelsey's coming back, then yeah, he's coming back. If
14
Nagy
years.
if Nagy gets a head coaching job, then Bieniemy could go be the OC down in KC. I could see that. I think we had a couple coaches we would have to protect or give promotions so they can't get hired away.
Nagy's going to go to Green Bay.
Well, Green Bay, like they might lose their
Imagine that.
GC.
With
Like, look at
Eberflus.
Their team, yeah, Eberflus is without a job again.
Yeah, I know.
Hafley might become a head coach out of Green Bay. They might lose their defensive coordinator. He could get a head coaching gig because he's been looked at for a head coaching gig. So, I mean, I think we're going to see some movement and policy. And I love Steve's thing how he knows policy and the policy family. With a lot of coaching staff being gone, I think some of it might be gone because like Hafley might get hired away as a head coach.
We'll see what White's comment here. I mean, Eric Bieniemy had plenty of times to be a head coach somewhere. He had Washington. He had plenty of, and he just didn't want it, which I respect that because, look at Josh McDaniels when he was a head coach. He ruined, the Raiders and stuff like that. And he was a better offensive coordinator. Look how he's doing in New England. So a lot of people
Washington
know.
has an open OC gig too because their OC Kingsbury, they just mutually parted ways yesterday. So there's some I think Bieniemy's next job is going to be an OC.
Yeah.
Running backs coach, cool. Now he'll do an OC, prove it again, and then he'll get hired as the head coach somewhere. I don't know if he leaves Chicago. I have a feeling he's going to leave Chicago. But
hard to say.
I think we got a couple coaches that might get hired away. Obviously, they're looking at our assistant GM, right? Again, for the third year in a row, our Cunningham's being looked at to be a GM. I mean, dude, it feels like if he doesn't get signed as a GM this year, I don't know if he's ever going to become a GM.
And Billy, what do you think about the Gary Bears? Do you like that name?
It'll always be Chicago, but I wouldn't mind driving closer. I mean, that's a whole lot closer from my house than it is to drive to the city.
Billy's part of the 25%.
Yeah, I know.
Because 75% of the fan base lives in the Northwest Burbs and Schaumburg, Hoffman, Palatine, Buffalo Grove, Arlington Heights, that whole area. If they go to Gary, like if you're in Buffalo Grove, that can be a 2-hour drive to get to a game in Gary.
I'm south, so it's nice. Yeah. It's right down the road.
I mean, what's funny? There was I watched the Chicago local news yesterday, and one of the state politicians came out and said, the Speaker of the House for the state of Illinois came out and said, we don't give a shit about Bears Stadium. It's not a priority to us. We could care less. Like if they want to go to Indiana, go to Indiana. I'm like,
yeah, that's how they're talking. They're not giving a fuck, dude. That's why I'm like, wow. There's a big possibility that it could happen because the state is saying, yeah, we're not dealing with that. That's the last thing on our mind. It's like, wow.
Bears fans, if don't be mad at the Bears for leaving a place they're not wanted. The state is telling the Bears, we don't want you. And they're not asking, like he said, well, we need to spend money elsewhere. Dude, they're asking you to put money into infrastructure. So if you're building in Arlington, put some money into Illinois Route 53. Put some money into the roadways around their infrastructure, roads, sewer systems, right? The stuff you need for the people for it to work. They're asking you to do some construction, road construction, and to put utilities in, right? To get some help with that. And then they're saying, give us a little bit of a tax break on the taxes for building it there. So you're still making money. You're not losing money. They're not asking you to cut a check for $500 million. They're saying, do some infrastructure work, give us some tax breaks. That's all the Bears are saying. And the state of Illinois is like,
because
Indiana.
It's because we got to keep fixing the same expressways around here.
Yeah.
Oh, Steve, here we go again. Steve really wants to win Saturday because Notre Dame lost their bowl game.
David hits it. It's about the tax breaks. It costs Illinois nothing. Look at. Answer me this if you can. Illinois Speaker of the House. We don't want to spend money on a football stadium. We need to spend money elsewhere. So we're not going to give the Bears any tax breaks to build a new stadium. Bears. Okay, fine. We'll build a new stadium in Gary, Indiana. Did the state of Illinois just make money or lose money?
They would lose, right? Hell yeah.
I would think so. Because guess what? Billy, who's an iron worker, is going to go work on the stadium in Indiana and pay Indiana taxes and not Illinois taxes.
Then he'll get free season tickets for working it. Nice.
He better.
Hopefully. I just have to change my van, put Indiana fucking Bears on that thing.
But I mean,
Oh, no, don't do
Bears,
that.
Look, I know there are a lot of Bears fans on X. They're like, oh my God, they can't. Dude, I don't blame the Bears if they leave Chicago and go to Gary. I don't blame. In fact, you know what? There's another ramification of this, guys. If the Bears move the stadium to Gary, do you think Halas Hall stays in Lake Forest?
Yeah, I don't see why not.
2-hour drive away from the stadium.
Yeah, they could just take the lake.
Get on a ferry. Bears ferry. Oh God, that sounds bad. I can see. I can. Yeah.
Oh, Steve, I love you. Mwah.
I could see the Bears moving Halas Hall to either the south side on the Illinois side still, or into Gary. Why would you have your headquarters over 2 hours away from the stadium you play in?
And especially in Gary, where they would build everything. I mean, there's nothing out there. There's so much land. I mean, especially where they were talking about putting it, it would look nice, right on the lake. I mean, you can still see the city, just it's smaller.
And you know what? I think they'd move Halas Hall to either somewhere in the south suburbs or into Gary, Indiana, build a whole new facility for the team.
Yeah.
And guess what that would mean too? More players moving to Hammond.
Oh, I'm not. I'll talk to you.
Yeah, it would definitely. A lot more people would move over there. It's cheaper.
Whoa, Steve. Let me correct him here, please. Let me correct Steve. I'm Sicilian. We have the better fucking pizza.
Oh, here we go. We're going to get into that. Because you're both
okay. You call it you call it sauce. I call it gravy. Go ahead.
But I mean, look, I think Illinois would lose out in every aspect of this. Every aspect. Right. The only thing they'll do is make money on the Sky Bridge. That's it.
That went up again.
And I think there are ways to get around the Sky Bridge too, right? So I mean,
oh, definitely. You don't. I mean, but it would be nice just to take the Skyway, but you could just take that extra 10 minutes and just go around.
So I mean, I do not. If the Bears make a move, and it's like not like the Bears are asking for a check for $500 million. Do some infrastructure work, which, oh, by the way, creates jobs in Illinois. Give us a tax break, and we'll build this multi-billion-dollar complex, which, oh, by the way, creates more jobs in Illinois.
Well, we'll see, I guess.
Evening, Vinny.
So, Ken, are we going to do a Saturday show to give our predictions, or what's going on?
I don't know. Let's give our predictions now, because we might not do a Saturday show. We only got about 2 minutes left.
All right, we'll go Billy. What's up, bud?
I'm going to go 29-13 Bears.
Oh, wow. I'm going to do 27-24 Bears.
I'll go 28-24 Bears.
Okay.
And if you guys go to Mike the Bear Fan or Chicago Bears News on game day, make sure you put your score prediction in there. He's still trying to give away a signed piece of Bears merch, who's this?
Tyreek Stevenson.
Tyreek Stevenson signed 8x10. Yeah, he's still trying to give it away. You just send it to me or to Woody at this point.
Man, on Friday, you can go on my page, the defense guy. I'll be posting at about 7 p.m. Central Time. A Dick Buckus signed jersey package.
What do we have to do that?
You just got to get on my page, comment. There'll be 25 numbers. It's $20 a number. Just pick the number you want, and that's it.
Yeah, I need a new Butkus. My Butkus mini helmet. He signed it with a Sharpie, and it faded out. You can barely tell.
This is the white jersey with all his stats on the bottom. So
a stat jersey too. I might have to get on that, Billy. I can take the Mac out, and I want to put it. I can put them in there, and my Galton Urlacher are white too. So, but all right, guys. Well, hey, we have a big game Friday. We may do an emergency show Saturday before kickoff, but I'm not holding my breath. been a great season. We will be back here Sunday regardless to talk about the game, though, which means we might have a hungover Billy. I
Nope.
hope we have a hungover Billy because that means the Bears win.
That's right.
So
nope, Steven, fuck off.
Be back here Sunday morning, 11 a.m. Central, noon East. Everyone have a great rest of the week and bear down.
Go Bears.
Hey, Billy, hold on a minute.